120 News, your place to find out everything that's going on in our school and in our classroom this week. Well, I think it's safe to say that spring has finally sprung. The flowers are in full bloom, and everything is just so beautiful. The weather has been fantastic this weekend, and I hope you had an opportunity to get out and kind of enjoy it with your family or maybe your friends. We are in full spring sports and extracurriculars, and I would love to be a part of any and all of it. So I've heard from about 3 or 4 of you. This is just going to be one last plug that if you would like me to come to any of your child's extracurricular activities, to please just fill out the form that's going to be in today's message, and I'll do my best to make it to an event soon. We still are signing up for our mystery reader, so if you're interested in that, be sure to check the sign up that's in the link also, or in the message also. You get to pick the day, the time, and pretty much everything, because we just want to have you in our classroom. We're excited to welcome parents in to share a fun story with us. This Friday is field day, and pre-K through second grade will be going from 8:45 until 11 o'clock. Coach Falk sent out a form that if you were interested in volunteering to send back, so if you haven't done that, please send it back tomorrow. If you're interested in coming out and cheering on your child, you are also welcome to do that. And then please make sure that you have your calendars marked for Monday, April 14th through Monday, April the 21st, as that is going to be our spring break, and there will be no school for staff or students. School will resume on Tuesday, April the 22nd, though, and that is actually the day that we're going to Airlie Gardens. This week we are not celebrating a superhero of the week. We had a super busy Friday, and we just didn't have time to fill out nomination forms, so we are not celebrating a specific student this week. But congratulations to our Spelling Bee winner again, Thea. If you haven't checked out the Dojo post about the Spelling Bee, please be sure to check that out today. Thea was our Spelling Bee champion. But we had a very exciting spelling bee, and a lot of students made it very far in many rounds of the spelling bee. So I'm super proud of all of our students and how hard they studied and worked in this year's spelling bee. Up next is Looking Ahead, where you will hear all the things that are going to happen in the future of our school and in our classroom. To everyone that got the Airlie Gardens permission slips and payment in so quickly. It only took 1 week to collect all of those items. We are going to Airlie Gardens the day we come back from spring break, which is Tuesday, April the 22nd. It'll be my class and Mrs. Hicks's class, and we're super excited to learn more about life cycles of animals that are indigenous to our southeastern North Carolina region. Also mark your calendars for April the 28th, as it's National Superhero Day, and it just feels fitting with the theme of our classroom to wear a superhero shirt that day. We are asking that you don't wear costumes, just like a shirt with superheroes printed on it or a superhero logo. Up next is Curriculum Corner, where you will hear all the things that your child is going to learn in the classroom this week. Our attendance fact for the week is that poor attendance can influence whether a child can read proficiently by the end of 3rd grade. So attendance is so important, and it is very valued by our school and the district. So thank you to everyone that is making a conservative effort to make sure that your child gets to school every single day on time. In Eureka Math, we're continuing with Unit 5 this week, and this week on Monday and Tuesday, we're going to be focusing on counting money, both in coins and in bills. So students will continue to work through word problems where they have to count a collection of coins and bills up to 99 cents and up to $99, or actually $100, and then be able to solve word problems using their counting abilities. And then this week, Wednesday through Friday, we're going to be learning about measurement and how we can measure items in our world using inches, centimeters, and yards. So students will be using rulers to measure in centimeters and inches, and then we'll also be using yardsticks to measure larger items in yards. In Foundations, we're going to finish up Unit 14 this week. Students have been learning about how you can use the OW sound not only to make a long O sound like in the word snow, but also the OW sound as in the word plow. Students will also be learning this week that OU can also make the same sound like in the word trout. So we'll be focusing mainly on the owl sound with OW and OU. Students will take the assessment for Unit 14 this coming Thursday. And then finally, in reading, we're focusing on a book called Alexander Who Used to Be Rich Last Sunday. This is a book about a child that gets a certain amount of money from their grandparents and learns the hard way how important it is to save their money. So we're doing that because we've been learning about money and math, and students will be working through various fiction standards using that same book this week. Thank you for watching this episode of Room 120 News. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. If not, we'll see you right back here next week for another episode of Room 120 News.